So it's a delight now to have Sharon and Jen from the Rural Hospital Network. The Rural Hospital Network, as we know, got established 7 years ago, I was just hearing, at one of the Mobile Surgical Services Rural Health Symposia. I'm really fascinated to hear what ground has been covered during that time, really, and in particular, probably over the last 12 months. So, Sharon, you're CEO of Dannevirke, and Jen, you're the hospital manager for Dargaville and the Bay of Islands.
That's right, yes.
Excellent. Both of you have obviously got a huge background. I remember, likewise, you were hospital manager for Dannevirke as well. So the experience you're bringing to it is awesome. So just in a nutshell, what ground have you covered since your inception, and in particular probably over the last 12 months?
So we've covered a heck of a lot of ground. We have got 42 members.
Yes.
We've got 3 DHB as corporate members on our Rural Hospital Network. Northland DHB, Southern DHB and West Coast DHB are members, corporate members. And then we've got 40 odd individual members. We've become an incorporated society earlier, or end of last year, which was fantastic. We took a long time to get our constitution sorted. And Sharon.
I think some of the other progress we've made though, Buzz, especially in the context of this conference with RANS being one of the umbrellas that's being promoted, we felt that although the RHN could provide services and support to their own members across a scope of practice within hospitals, we believe that actually working in collaboration with a lot of other providers in a rural sector, that we could have a more united voice. And since RHN decided to hold the hand up as a founding member of RANS, we've had a very, very busy 12 months being committed to making sure RANS does get off the ground. So one of the other things that we'd like to celebrate in the last 12 months is that we've gone from 5 members, including RHN, to 21 under the RANS umbrella. And we strongly believe that representing our members means under RANS we're going to be giving them a much bigger voice as well.
That's brilliant. So what if I was a member, what advantages would I get from being a member
of the Rural Hospital Network?
Yep.
Is you get access to, well, the website's open to everyone, but there is a portal of the website that has specific information for members. It's an opportunity to share your ideas with other like-minded people. One of the things that came up was there was a rural GP network which focused on general practice, but there's never ever been anything for rural hospitals, which even though we all work in the same community, there is still a different issues that face each of the professions. So there's the ability to connect with like-minded people. There's a newsletter that comes out 4 times a year.
We've been able to contribute to the last few conferences by having a Rural Hospital Network stream, which has covered off a little bit of clinical stuff, but also issues that are quite particular to people who are working in a rural hospital setting.
Yes, so you're you represent a lot of people, don't you? I mean, those organisations, each individual organisation, there's a lot of people behind it. So you've got quite a scary mandate almost, really, to push for whatever you like. I hope the politicians are listening to you, especially in the election year. Are you having successes and inroads there?
We haven't gone.
No, not specifically, but I think our energies are being directed, because we're all very busy people ourselves. It's the members on the executive, and one of the really positive things we had last night at our AGM is we've actually expanded the executive and brought in an increased range of scope, including nursing, which is really good to have on our executive team. But I think our weight will be put behind RANS and make sure that any of the strategy documents that come out of there have the inclusion of rural hospitals as part of the flavour.
Good for you. So where to from here? What's your next sort of 12-month prediction?
Increase our membership even further, and we'd really love to include the other people that work within rural hospitals, our physiotherapists, our occupational therapists, the admin staff, all those, right down to the maintenance workers and the porters, if they so desired. We have a cheaper membership for the non-clinical staff to join, so it makes it a bit more affordable to increase our profile, and I think a lot of that is going to happen through RANS. And our ideal would be to have enough money to have a CEO that could do some of the work for us, because we all work as managers, doctors, nursing services in full-time jobs plus, and so sometimes it's really difficult to commit that time. Our ultimate would be to do a roadshow. There's 52 rural hospitals in New Zealand.
Excellent.
And we'd like to get to every single one of them and say, hey, here we are, this is what we can do for you.
Yeah.
But it's a time factor.
Right, so what percentage of the rural hospitals are under an umbrella at the moment? How many down, how many to go?
We've got about 8, and I think so that will leave about 46 to go.
Oh, seriously, right.
There
you
are
really do
some
need to reach
gaps
out.
around the country, Buzz.
Yes,
You know, it's fair
yes.
to say that there's pretty good representation from the southern South Island.
Right.
There's a big gap in the middle of the North Island.
Right.
That's quite rural.
That's
Right.
very rural there.
And is that a profile issue? Is that because they haven't heard of you, or are they waiting for a better excuse to get involved?
It's probably a bit of both. When we started out the organisation, we pretty much covered off the geography, but you know, in the health sector, people move on, and we've been unable to find or target other people that have moved into those areas.
Yeah.
So it is about awareness. You know, we did some strategising yesterday as one of our streams, and it was about making sure we've got a really comprehensive communication strategy so that people do know about us.
Yes. And we were having a good chat with the chorus guys yesterday, explaining the rural broadband rollout. Surely that would work in your favour, I would have thought, as it gets there.
Certainly help.
Yeah, definitely. So election year coming, if I was going to be the Minister of Health, what would you be saying to me from your representation?
Keep those rural hospitals open,
Yeah.
because you know the theme of this conference, they're part of the backbone of New Zealand, and we might look small, but we're pretty feisty, and we're offering some pretty wonderful services to our community.
Good on you.
And increase our technology as well. You know,
Yes.
utilise the telemedicine more and more. It's one way forward for all of us as rural hospitals to keep our clients within our community and not have to travel.
Excellent, and that's it's almost an apolitical request, that, isn't it, really? I think wherever you're on the political spectrum, they really should set up and listen to that. Well, we've got about 5 minutes and the music's playing, so thank you very much indeed for coming. I really appreciate that, and I really do wish you well with the next 12 months, and congratulations on the ground you've covered. That's fantastic.
Thank you, Buzz.
Thank you very much.